Okay, guys, let's keep going. Go check on Kreia. Let's see if T3 will let me upgrade him. No. Maybe I can upgrade. No, I gotta get more influence with him. I only have a teensy-weensy bit of influence. But if you can upgrade him max, like, he'll be beast. But the problem is I don't use T3 that much.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
Oh, I'm not a bitch. If I could, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
Eat it! If we travel together, then we need to work together.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Fuck you. What do you know? Sith, bitch, cunt. Things, words that you can call her that would offend her. What if it had been more intense?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
Like what consequences? Death?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
What can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragas.
How could this bond have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Force chain.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
But there must be someplace we can go. It does not matter where we go.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
And there are other questions I wanted to ask.
Ask, and I will answer.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck. Ask.
I need to know more about the Sith hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split?
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith. But in their hearts, they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
But the Sith continue the crusade.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
I've never seen Sith assassins like those on the Harbinger.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
There are other questions I want to ask.
Ask.
When we were on the Paragus, I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
No, it felt different. Faint.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
Wait, the Jedi did this to me?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
It's not possible to cut one off from the Force. It's like deafening someone or blinding them.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment on someone. It seems too cruel.
If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
In defying the Jedi Order to follow Revan to war, I thought I had somehow lost my connection to the Force.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved.
Can my connection to the Force be healed?
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best.
Not a traitor.
They yet live.
That's what they think, though. But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
But there are no more Jedi.
Then I am your only hope, as you are mine. We are a sad pair, you and I, to defend the galaxy against such a thing. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
There are other questions I wish to ask.
Ask.
Can you tell me what has happened since the Mandalorian Wars? There's a lot to talk about, but it's good to proceed the story.
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
It is a tale you already know well.
Maybe I forgot.
Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
But the Jedi Council didn't help. Only a few of the Jedi Knights did.
Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned.
And Revan and Malak refused to wait.
2 Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Until we destroyed them at Malachor 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
Many Jedi died at Malachor 5, and the conflict split the Jedi Order.
You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated at Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle. And so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian Crusade. But you know this.
I felt them fall. The war had consumed them.
Consumed them? No. Taught them. Defined them, yes. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
And that was the Jedi Civil War.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
How were Malak and the Sith defeated?
As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
But what would happen to Revan?
No one knows, certainly not I. Korriban lies in ruins, Revan is gone, and the blade of war he promised to stab into the heart of the galaxy has withdrawn. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know.
So Revan... Revan turned against Malak for the sake of the Republic?
It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Then we must do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
Can anything be done to help the Republic?
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
The threat is directed against me.
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
I don't think there's any... That was a lot, but I don't think there's any more questions. No.
I would see to that fool...
Fool is the name. I'd like to see you... He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
I lost and gained influence. Oh, excuse me. I'm surprised they didn't do a net shift. Probably because I lost more than I gained. I should have just said... Oh, I forgot. I should have said will do. That wouldn't have made me lose anything. Ha, new grip. Damage bonus 1 slashing. All things considered. Where is it? 1 physical, that's what it is. Okay. Anything else? Oh wait, no, it's ranged items that I get that stuff for. Alright, that's all I got. That's fine. Upgrade my sword a little bit. Alright, we'll go back to Hatton. Tell him about my lightsaber, because I know he asks. HK 47. Four critical components, yes. So I need to get 3 more components for HK. And I know where most of them are, I think. There's only one of them that you have to buy outside of the game. You know what I mean? Like, most of them are story-based, and you'll find them as you encounter the HK50s throughout the game. One of them, though, you do have to buy from someone, and I know exactly who I have to buy it from.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
For someone without much to say, she sure says a lot.
Yeah, to you, maybe. I don't usually hear much beyond fool and imbecile. She's lucky she's a Jedi, or someone would have killed her years ago.
He's still shielding
how
up.
How old do you think she is? She may have been good-looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
Hard living?
Yeah. Her face looks like it was plowed by crazed Ord Mantell farmers. Don't tell me you were too distracted by her personality to notice.
Are we still on course for Telos?
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Paragus had logged in their astrogation charts. If you thought Paragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Alright, I'll do that.
So, what happened?
To what?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
My lightsaber was taken from me by the council.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
I'm going for 2 lightsabers and a single hilt's pussy. So I'm going to say it's double-bladed because that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm just going to say that.
Huh. I hear the twin blades are harder to master, but they can make enemies stampede over each other running for cover. A lot of Jedi in the Mandalorian Wars use double-bladed sabers. A more aggressive blade gives you more slaughter per swing. Hey, you didn't go red, did you?
They were both unique.
Yeah? Unique how?
It's a light green, that. That'd be cool, though. Have one green and one Viridian. Should I say green? You don't normally see double-bladed consular green lightsabers because, well, they don't. They usually go with the single hilt. I'm special, though. Yeah, I'll say Viridian.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
It is no matter. It was taken from me long ago.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
I'm right in front of it, big boy. Alright, well, we can... It won't let us go back to Paragus. However, we can go to Telos now. A giant planet mainly city. As you can see there. Let's go there now. Well, not the whole thing, but you can see what I'm talking about. You can usually get a lot of good shit on Telos, but it all comes down to luck, really. But I've been getting lucky on Paragus. Like, look at the stuff I've picked up already. That's pretty insane, all things considered. Like, I'm not saying that stuff's phenomenal. I'm just saying for that point in the game, it's intense. That's the kind of stuff you pick up on Dantooine.